Like, I don't want to take any partisan sides here. I think that the Democrats have very effectively played the game legally to pull this off, and Donald Trump is substantially to blame because of his own bad choices and reckless behavior. Donald Trump gave his enemies a sword, just like Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon gave his enemies a sword, and then they used it to bring him down. So, like Richard Nixon, Donald Trump has overwhelmingly alienated the elite. So the more intelligent a person, the more likely they are to be anti-Trump. And so Richard Nixon found he couldn't govern when 90% plus of America's elites were lined up against him. Donald Trump found it was very difficult to govern when at least 80% of the countries were lined up against him. So elites punch far above their weight. One billionaire is in all likelihood going to be more effective when it comes to changing the political game than 10,000 skinheads who didn't graduate high school. So you don't want to alienate unnecessarily anyone. You want the best relations possible with everyone. And you really don't want to alienate the elite. And Donald Trump's lowbrow rhetoric and lowbrow behavior have consistently alienated him with the elite, who are overwhelmingly opposed to him. What's interesting is that Silicon Valley is actually coming around to Donald Trump's side. So is elite opposition to Donald Trump, is it more or less than it was in 2016? It's not at all clear to me. But what will make that situation clear is events, my dear boy, events. So if Donald Trump's policies line out with the best interests of a substantial part of the elite, not to mention the voters, then he'll win. So Donald Trump has followed a Rupert Murdoch type strategy in maintaining ties with one key part of the American elite, and that's the pro-Israel elite. So Donald Trump has alienated the elites in almost every respect, but for those American elites who care passionately about Israel, Donald Trump is clearly their man. He's the most pro-Israel president ever, not even close. And so by being unabashedly pro-Israel, he can count on the support of countless billionaires for whom Israel is a top issue. Right? That's how he got so much support from Sheldon Adelson, and it's a good reason why he's likely to receive a great deal of support from Sheldon Adelson's widow and countless other billionaires who pressured America's leading universities to shut down these pro-Palestine, anti-Israel campus protests. You see the power of billionaires in shutting down these protests, right? Because one billionaire with his funding is going to outweigh the influence of 10,000 angry pro-Palestine protesters. And now these billionaires are on the side of Israel. They're very likely to side with Donald Trump in this election and much of Silicon Valley. So Joe Biden has alienated a slice of elites who would normally never even consider voting for Donald Trump. But a substantial section of Silicon Valley is now moving in a Donald Trump direction. And pro-Israel billionaires are going to overwhelmingly vote for Donald Trump. And Jews for whom safety of Israel is an important issue, they're going to be voting for Donald Trump and moving away from the left. And Trump has had no nuance on this issue. Like, you realize he's got a winning issue to secure massive amount of financial and media support by being clearly the most pro-Israel president. So Rupert Murdoch used the same strategy when he funded the development of the Weekly Standard in the mid-90s. Like, Murdoch realized he couldn't get anywhere in American life if the elites were 95% opposed to him. So he funded this neocon publication and did other neocon friendly things. So he got the support of the tiny but highly influential and well-funded neocon movement. And so Fox News has been unabashedly pro-Israel since October 7. I'm walking through Westwood right now. I mean, unabashedly pro-Israel. Just completely one-sided coverage in a pro-Israel direction. And so Jews, most American Jews, vote for the Democratic Party, but a third of American Jews care passionately about Israel, and another third care somewhat. And so Fox News making a play for these highly influential, affluent demographics by being completely on the side of Israel in this conflict. And so many American Jews who've traditionally voted for the left are now watching Fox News are quite likely to vote for the Republicans. Donald Trump's support among white people is down significantly since 2016. So his support among Jews is up, his support among blacks is up,